Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the mechanical softwares and mainly we'll discuss about the what is my ANSYS, that is analysis system. So first me tell about the contents what you're going to cover this in this lecture. We'll discuss about the what are the different types of mechanical softwares and methods to use the solve engineering problems. What is meant by FEM, that is finite element method, steps in finite element method, and how to install and download the ANSYS software. So coming to mechanical softwares, it is divided into three categories depending upon their application. First is CAD, that is computer aided design. Next is CAM, that is computer aided manufacturing. And third is CAE, computer aided engineering. So if you know about the computer aided design, it is the use of computer software to design and document a product design process. Coming to different types of modeling softwares, that is designing softwares like AutoCAD. It is mainly used by all engineers, that is civil, mechanical, electrical. And next is Fusion 360. It is used worldwide. And CATIA, SolidWorks, Solid Edge, Pro-E or Creo, Unigraphics, etc. So these are some of the computer aided designing softwares where you are going to model the component. Next is computer aided manufacturing. It is also called as computer aided modeling or computer aided machining. Is the way of software to control machine tools and related ones in the manufacturing of workpieces. The softwares that will come under CAM are MasterCAM, PowerML, SolidCAM, etc. So all these softwares are done with the G codes and M codes to generate the program. And last, that is CAE, computer aided engineering. So it is the use of computer software to simulate performance in order to improve product designs or assist in the resolution of engineering problems or a wide range of industries. So coming to software under CAE are ANSYS, Hypermesh, Nastron, LS Dyna, Abacus, etc. So these are some of the CAE softwares. So it is an overview of the mechanical softwares. So now we are going to discuss about the CAE. What is CAE? So CAE stands for Computer Aided Engineering. Is the broad usage of computer software to aid in the engineering analysis task. It includes finite element analysis, computational fluid dynamics, multi-body dynamics, optimization, etc. CAE retrieves description and geometry from a CAD database. It is used in almost every industry such as aerospace, automobile, manufacturing, etc. CAE depends on CAD. So now I will go tell about what is the difference between the CAD and CAE. CAD is about creation or generation of 3D model, that is designing. CAE is about testing its characteristics, that is material, strength, fatigue by using engineering methods. Okay. So now we will discuss about what are the different engineering methods to solve it. Okay. So coming to these methods, there are three types, that is analytical method, numerical method, and experimental method. Coming to analytical method, it is a classical approach. It gives 100% accurate results, closed from solution, applicable only for simple problems like cantilever and simply supported beams, etc. Complete in itself. So this is about the analytical method, and doing this analytical method, it should give approximate solutions if the solution is not closed form. But in general and broad sense, analytical methods are considered as closed from solution, that is, it gives the 100% accurate results. So this is about the analytical method. Coming to next method, that is numerical method. It is a mathematical representation. Approximate and assumptions are made in it. Applicable even if physical prototype is also not available at initial design phases. So it is related to the real life complicated problems. Results cannot be believed blindly and must be verified by experimental method or by using the hand calculations for knowing the range of the results. So this is about the numerical methods. In numerical methods, there are different methods for solving a problem, like finite element method, boundary element method, finite volume method, finite difference method. So these are the different methods, numerical methods, where you are going to solve the problem. Okay, next is experimental method. In experimental methods, it gives the actual measurements. It is a time consuming and needs expensive setup. Applicable only if physical prototype is available. Results cannot be believed blindly and minimum 3 to 5 prototypes must be tested. And some of the points related to experimental method are: it requires strain gauge, photoelasticity, vibration measurements, sensors for temperature and pressure, etc. And it gives we need to use the fatigue test. So these are the 3 different methods to solve any engineering problem. So depending upon our application, you are going to choose any one of these. Okay. Next we'll discuss about some of the advantages and disadvantages about these methods. Coming to analytical method, the advantage is it gives 100% accurate results. Disadvantages are only finds results if you have formulas. It is time consuming. Accuracy cannot be believed blindly. Last is calculation can be done only on a single point. Next is numerical methods. The advantages are we can solve real life complicated problems. Results can be achieved faster. Results can be achieved on entire geometry. Applicable only. Results can be achieved on entire geometry. Applicable even if a physical prototype is not available. And disadvantages related to numerical methods are it will give only approximate results. So this is the disadvantages for the numerical method. Coming to experimental, the advantages are physical or manufacturing errors can be considered in results. It gives the actual measurements. Disadvantages of experimental are it is a time consuming and need expensive setup. Applicable only if physical prototype is available. Minimum of 3 to 5 prototypes must be tested. So these are the advantages and disadvantages for the different methods to solve engineering problems. Okay, as in this video we are going to discuss about the ANSYS software. So ANSYS software will come under the numerical method, that is finite element method or analysis. Now we will discuss about what is meant by finite element method. Introduction to finite element method. So what is meant by finite element method, FEM? That is, it is a numerical method, as you already know from the previous slide. It gives mathematical representation of the actual problem and it gives approximate method. So now let me tell about what is meant by FEM, that is finite element method, where finite stands for, that is it gives, where finite is defined as any continuous object has infinite degrees of freedom. Finite element reduce degrees of freedom from infinite to finite with the help of discretization. Next is element. All the calculations are made at limited number of points known as nodes. Entity joining the nodes and performing a specified shape such as quadrilateral or rectangle, etc. is known as the element. Next is method. As there are 3 methods to solve any engineering problem, finite element method belongs to numerical method category. So this is about the FEM, that is finite element method. Next, coming to brief introduction about the FEM. Finite element method is a numerical technique for finding approximate solutions to boundary value problems for a partial differential equations, and it is also referred as finite element analysis. So FEM is also known as the finite element analysis. And some of the inputs to finite element methods are listed here, and by giving the inputs we are going to get the outputs. So coming to inputs, we can give, that is, loads. It can be of force, pressure, velocity, acceleration, etc. Or you can give the temperature, or you can give the constraints as inputs. And after giving the inputs, we can get the outputs like forces, displacements or deformations, stresses, strains, etc. can be found by giving the inputs. Note that is, inputs and outputs can vary with respect to time. For any problem, inputs and outputs can vary with respect to time. So this is about the finite element method. Next, you will have a question about that, or FEA and FEM is different or not. I will give a clarity about that. That is, finite element method and finite element analysis both are one and the same. The term FEA is more popular used in industries, while FEM is more popular at university. So this is the difference between the FEA and the FEM. So both indicates the same process, but the application is different, that is, usage is different. FEA is used more popular in industries, while FEM is more popular at universities. Now coming to advantages of FEA or FEM. It gives better visualization of failure location, lower down the design cycle time, decrease the number of prototypes, cut the testing cost, optimum design can be achieved faster. So these are the advantages of FEA or FEM. Next, what are the steps required in FEM? So that is, first is pre-processing, second is processing or solution, third is post-processing. Now we'll discuss about this process in detail. In FEM or FEA, it both follows the same steps, that is, pre-processing, solution or processing or analysis, and post-processing. Coming to pre-processing, the steps involved in pre-processing are like geometry creation or cleanup and simplification. So first step is creating about the geometry ingot or designing the geometry. Next is material definition, that is, you need to assign the material to the component and give the meshing. So meshing, it will be given in the form of 1 dimension or 2 dimension or 3 dimension. And last is we need to apply loading and boundary condition to the component. Okay, whether it is theoretical or numerical or any software, we need to process these 3 steps. So these 3 steps are mean for numerical calculations or software. Okay, so in the first process, in the first step, we are going to create the geometry. Next, material definition, applying meshing, and applying loading and boundary condition. So coming to second step, that is solution or analysis, we need to choose type of analysis, type of software to do the analysis, solution steps, and you need to give this some solution settings. After giving the solutions, in the post-processing, we are going to resolve the extractions, that is, extract the results of stress or strain plots, or you can generate the stress linearization for pressure vessel effects, and you can generate the graph. So these 3 steps are compulsory for FEM or FEA. Here I want to give steps involved in the FEA, that is ANSYS. So first we are going to create the model. You can create the model in any software, that is CATIA, Creo, POI, SolidWorks, or you can create the model in ANSYS also. So in the first step, you are going to design the model, and it is important. Suppose if you are done the designing any CATIA software or SolidWorks, it is important into the ANSYS, and in ANSYS you are going to give the meshing. So this is how the meshing model will be look like after giving the meshing. Next, after meshing, you are going to apply the initial and boundary conditions on the component. So here red color indicates, so this red color indicates you have applied some force, okay, and after applying the loading or initial conditions you are going to extract the results. So here you are going to extract the results. So this colors indicates the equivalent von Mises stress on the bridge. Okay, so these are the results obtained by applying the loads. So this is how the process will be in FEA software, that is analysis software. Okay, so this is the step-by-step process. Next, coming to ANSYS software. So in ANSYS we can solve the problem in two ways. First is APDL, it stands for Analysis Parametric Design Language, and second is Workbench. So coming to APDL, it is a parametric designing language, and in that you can model 2D model analysis. Third is no undo option is used in APDL. Four is single solver integrate at one time. You can solve the problem only in one time only. Fifth is it is best suited for 2D models. So these are the points related to APDL. And coming to Workbench, it is used for 2D or 3D model analysis. You can easily do modifications or connections at any stage or steps. 2 or 3 more solvers can be integrated at one time. It is best suited for 3D model. So these are the two methods you can use in the ANSYS software. One is APDL and other is Workbench. So in this lecture from this lecture we are going to use the how to deal with the ANSYS Workbench software. Okay. So here I am going to give you the link for downloading the ANSYS software and installation process, and you can follow and subscribe my videos in this link, that is Open Learning channel by Sumitra. So these are the two links I have provided. So in the first link we are going to see how the software is downloaded and it is installed, and I am giving the link for the ANSYS software download. So I will give these links in description also. Please download it and install the ANSYS software. Okay. And in the next lecture, that is in next video, we are going to learn about the history of ANSYS GUI, that is graphical user interface of ANSYS software, how to use and what are the tools involved in that, and type of analysis can be made in ANSYS. Okay, so we will discuss about this in next video. Thank you and subscribe to my channel. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.